Have you met any of the others we'll be travelling with? Uma inquired, visibly nervous at the prospect of being around so many important people in such tight quarters. Jax shook her head, frowning. Interestingly enough, no. You'd think that the other duchies would at least send reputable proxies for Lady Carriena's birthday celebration, but I fear many of the dukedoms have scraped the bottom of the barrel for their emissaries. Not everyone is as fearless as you are, Uma said with a playful smile, although her eyes were still tinged with worry. Jax waved a hand in a flippant gesture. I'm sure the other passengers are using this voyage as leverage to elevate their standing back in their homelands. 'Twill be surprising if the relationships we forge while on this little expedition are any help to Saphire at all. She leaned deeper into the cushion propped behind her slender frame. Luckily, I don't really have to worry about expanding our influence. I am purely here to support and celebrate dear Carriena. High Courtier Jacobi certainly wasn't impressed with your lack of preparation regarding the ship's manifest. I'm sure he would have loved to have known who you would be rubbing elbows with ahead of time, Uma said as she tried to suppress a scowl at the thought of the High Courtier. What our wonderful Jacobi fails to realize is that I am considering this voyage a vacation. I simply refuse to be a duchess until we arrive on Isla DeLacqua. Jax wrinkled her nose, then sighed. Uma gave her a sad smile. You can't turn off being a duchess, Jax. It's not something you can escape. For a moment, Jax remained silent, staring off into the distance. I know. A girl can dream, right? She met Uma's gaze with beseeching eyes. It's just that it would be nice to not have the weight of the realm on my shoulders for a few days. Uma answered with a sympathetic squeeze, her warm, calloused hand tightening over Jax's untarnished palm. They sat in companionable silence for a few moments before Uma sat up straight with excitement. Why, the virtues be praised! Jax shifted to catch a glimpse of the sight, her own anticipation stirring in her stomach. Through the rambling towers and streets, impossibly blue water shimmered in the afternoon sun, inviting their caravan closer. As they rounded the final corner, arriving at the wharf, Jax laid her amethyst eyes on Rose of the Sea. The ship sat gracefully at the dock's edge, the water tossing it slightly side to side. 3 strong, tall masts stretched into the cloudless sky, golden rope swinging from the myriad of rigging. The ship was a stunning creation. Jax clenched her hands with envy. Isla DeLacqua would be widely admired once word of the vessel's beauty travelled around the duchies. The carriage rolled to a stop and the door swung open, held by an awestruck Hendry, clearly absorbed in the ship's elegance rather than attending to the ladies inside the coach. Lord Petrod's personal valet gawked several moments longer before shaking sense back into his head and snapping to attention. Your Grace, we have arrived. I can see that, Jax said, smirking.